Hello, welcome to a video about population and how it has since changed the world. When humanity first began there were so few people that you probably have more hair on your head than there were people. But in recent years, as shown by this graph, it has gone higher than Bob Marley was in his days. With population increase comes an increase in advancements as well as intelligence such as this. Anyway, you may ask yourself what causes such great leaps in these categories, and to that I say, I have no clue. But I can easily figure this out. The graph shows that a jump starts before the end of the Old Stone Age. This was because of the last ice age. This period was about as far as 2 million years ago. And I don't know about you, but I don't think I could survive more than a year in winter, because baby that'd be freezing. So it would make sense if that were to kill some people. Nothing better than Mother Nature committing mass genocide. Oh look, we are back at square one. Of course we aren't really at square one, because there is still a hefty amount of people left to repopulate the world, and because we are all old enough I think I can make this joke. Wink wink. Fast forward to about 2017 years ago, the year 1. And yes, I know I skipped a gargantuan amount of history, but that is beside the point.
Boy!
We are here to talk about how the population affected the world. Next on this graph we see a dip around the 14th and 15th centuries. This was because in America, Native Americans were sitting at the top, building cities in the middle of lakes. But let's talk for a second, how the heck did those Aztecian Aztecs do that? I can't even build using mega blocks without it collapsing, just like the Soviet Union. Anyway, while that was happening in America, Europeans were having a hard time by something smaller than the width of a penny. That's right, you guessed it, polio. Nope, just kidding, that was later. The Black Death, which would be an awesome nickname for any black guy who was good at something. It would also be a good name for a disease, because that's right, it is one. In this corner, killing 1/3 of Europe's population with mass genocide, we have Mother Nature, and at this corner, we have Europeans trying to fix an epidemic by throwing infected bodies into the water supply. Genius. So this would lead to Europeans moving along to their home and native land. And yes, that's accurate, because Canada is in North America. Do you know why the population rose after that? I do. It was because the Europeans were starting to have
sexual intercourse
with Native Americans, which you guessed it led to big numbers on the population. Now I'm going to go forward to the Industrial Revolution. This is truly why there is obviously a problem with the population of 7 billion people. I don't care, because one day one computer would be smarter than all the people of Earth combined.
So is it any wonder people are afraid of technology?
Technology!
Homo sapiens always be taking the L.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The Industrial Revolution led to a rise in population, because for one thing it led to the invention of the airplane. That would bring the numbers up, because people could get from point A to point B, which would make more people being able to meet each other, and you know, wink wink.
Got him!
Oh right, I just thought of yet another reason. Drugs. People get vaccines for diseases, therefore, the death rate plummets in places who have those resources, and because of the lower death rate and the higher birth rate, population climbs the Empire State Building faster than King Khan with that female. But on a serious note, the thing about these two things is that one cannot work without the other. Today we are at an age where I can get water and heat easily, when back then that was simply not the case. Today we are at an age where groundbreaking inventions such as the shovel, lol, are made or even theorized every day. An age where the high population is the reason why major powers thrive. If population remained constant, nothing much would happen. If productivity and inventors stopped, population would not grow much without the push with inventions. While yes, we are using fossil fuels faster than Usain Bolt, it's important to keep the population rising. Because of that, more than anything else pushes us as humans farther and farther into the future. Instead of playing sports year round, you would probably be living a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Instead of fishing for sport, you would be fishing for your family. Instead of worrying about where to drop in Fortnite, you would be beat by your parents because that was legal and you didn't do your chores. Today, because of such growth in population, we can do what we want, and we will continue to do so with the consistent rise. In the next video we will talk about Mr. Lewis's teaching